Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, we would be doing a fundamental analysis of this particular company which goes by the name Kotak Mahindra Bank. We will understand what this bank does, and then we would go through a few financial figures. Then, at the same time, we'll also factor in few positives and negatives uh, from a investor's perspective. So, to start off with the bank overview. Uh, this bank basically was NBFC before 2003. This NBFC was started in 1985, and in 2003 it got its banking license and was converted to Kotak Mahindra Bank. Presently, it is fourth largest private bank in India. It has around 1,600 branches and 2,598 ATMs. Uh, the total deposits in this bank is around 2.8 lakh crores, and the total loan book of this bank is around 2.23 lakh crores. Its competitors are like HDFC, ICICI and Axis Banks. Mr. Uday Kotak is the founder, MD and CEO of this bank, and he has been MD and CEO since the bank's inception. Uday Kotak being MD and CEO of this bank is a very positive thing for an investor to consider here. Because someone who has started this foundation, this company, and still is handling and taking productive decision in the bank is a positive sign for an investor to consider here. Coming to its shareholding pattern, around 26% of shares are held by promoters, 44% are held by foreign institutional investors, 13.5% are held by Indian institutions, that is DIIs, and remaining 16.2 is held by public. If we see that the major shareholder in this bank is Mr. Uday Kotak himself. So this is again a positive sign for us to consider here. Him being MD, CEO, and he himself is a major shareholder in this. This is again a positive sign. Coming to its deposits, currently out of this 2.8 lakh crores of deposits, 60% are of CASA deposits, that is current account, savings account. As CASA deposits increases, bank's profitability also increases. So this is a 60% is a huge number. So this is a huge positive sign for an investor to consider here. And remaining 40% are in the form of term deposits, which also include recurring deposits and other deposits. Coming to its loan book, its total loan book size is around 2.23 lakh crores, and in which 65 are of retail loans and 35 is of wholesale loan. This is also a positive sign. Coming to its financial figures, talking about revenue, now on the screen you are presently seeing the 5-year revenue chart. So in 2017 the revenues were at around 22,324 crores. Presently in 2021 the revenue is at around 32,819 crore. So on a 5-year CAGR basis it has grown by around 8%. The main thing which you need to notice here is last year in 2020 the revenues were 33,474 crore, but this year the revenues have come down when compared to last year. So this is a little bit of negative sluggish thing which we are seeing in this bank. This is a little negative sign for a investor to consider here. Coming to its net profits, in 2017 the net profits were 4,949 crores, whereas in 2021 the net profits were at around 9,903 crores. So on a 5-year CAGR basis, the net profits have grown by around 14.8%. Again, this is a huge positive sign here. Coming to its NPAs, the gross NPAs in 2017 were 2.2. In 2018 it reduced to 2. In 2019 again it reduced to 1.9. This was a good thing, but again in 2020 the NPA, gross NPA got increased to 2.2, and presently in 2021, financial year 2021, the gross NPAs were 3.2. So the NPAs are again increasing. Both gross NPAs and net NPAs are again increasing. So this is a very negative factor here. So this is a negative sign. Coming to key numbers, the net interest margin of this bank is around 4.4%. Net interest margin basically tells us how much money the bank is able to put in its pocket uh, doing business between borrowers and borrowing and lending. So uh, in between how much money, how much percentage the bank is able to get. That is what net interest margin tells. So 4.4% is also a huge number when compared to its competitors. So this is a positive sign. Second key number is its CASA percentage. Currently, the bank's CASA is at around 60% of its total deposits. So this is again a huge number, and this is a huge positive sign. The cost to income of this bank is around 43%. Cost to income is nothing but how much cost the bank is putting so as to generate the income. So it is around 43%. Again, this is a neutral sign, because almost all other banks are also having a same percentage, around 40 to 45 percentage. Coming to its return on equity, the return on equity is at around 11%. Again, this is a neutral number compared to in comparison with its peers. The capital adequacy ratio, right now the bank has around 23% of capital adequacy ratio. This is a positive sign. Its competitors are having around 18 to 20%, and this bank is having around 23%. So this is a positive sign for an investor to consider here. Capital adequacy ratio is nothing but how much money the bank is holding in its account, so as a buffer. Talking about its current price, currently the stock is trading at around 1800 rupees. So its P is around 35, and sector P itself is 29. So it is trading at a premium price. It is already trading at a premium price. So for an investor, if he wants to buy here, this is a little bit costlier stock when compared to its sector stocks. So this is a negative sign for an investor if he is thinking to buy. Coming to my personal opinion, I personally feel that I personally rate this stock around 3 because I feel that the stock's revenues are what are neutral or else are decreasing, and in coming few months I think that the bank will still have this sluggish nature. So taking into consideration of revenues and NPS also, NPS are increasing quarter on quarter. So taking into consideration of these two things, I am little bit of neutral on this stock. So this is again my personal opinion. So don't consider this as your investment advice. So hope this video was informative, guys. Thank you for watching my video.